Out of your next mortgage payment, only one piece of it is actually yours. Mine was $1,406 a month, and when I finally sat down and ran the math on my own loan, only about $393.78 of that first mortgage payment went toward the house. The rest, $1,012.27, just paid the bank for lending me the money in the first place. I didn't know that visually until I built this spreadsheet. And once I saw it, I got a little bit annoyed. So I did something about it. I paid off my house 25 years early. First up on deck is the villain is not your actual mortgage rate. The villain in this video isn't the interest rate at all. It's not even the bank. It's this boring piece of paper called the amortization schedule, and it is built to collect the maximum amount of interest from you before your balance ever even moves. Lenders and finance nerds call this front-loaded interest. Here's how it works if you care about the math. You take your current balance that you have right now, and what you want to do is multiply that by the rate and divide that by 12. That is the current slice of this month's payment. And it gets paid first before a single dollar touches what you actually owe. On my loan, $285,816 at a 4.25% rate worked down to roughly $1,012.27 a month that was gone before I even made any progress on paying down the actual house. Fast forward and it flips. Late in the loan, almost the entire payment goes to your principal balance because the balance finally got small. And this is just because of where you're standing in the schedule. So if you shrink the balance early enough on purpose, the good math actually shows up potentially decades earlier. This is vital, especially if you're early in your mortgage, you recently refinanced or recasted, or you're ready to buy a brand new home. But let's get down to the real actual details. Move one, attack the principal, because every extra dollar that you send marked principal only skips the interest line completely and hits the balance directly. Because that schedule is front-loaded with interest, the early dollars do actually more work than the late dollars ever will. On my rate, roughly every extra dollar in year number one, take a look here, saved me about $30 over the life of the loan. $12 saved me $30. And this is just factoring in sending only $1 extra per month. No more, no less. So I initially started sending a lot more than $1. I did an extra $850 a month once I realized the power of this front-loaded interest. Now look, some of you might be like, well, yeah, good for you having an extra $850 a month lying around. What a dumb guy this is. Challenge time, guys, challenge time. I'm going to tell you exactly where the $850 came from. In the early days of my mortgage payoff, I eliminated a $300 monthly car debt and drove a paid-off car. Then we tackled and eliminated my wife's car debt, another $400 a month. We also finally got rid of our student loan. $150 a month. That other debt that we had was dragging down our entire balance. And that could be the difference between investing $850 a month or even heck, $20 extra a month. It doesn't matter. Every bit counts. So if you can eliminate some of these other things, it will pay off when you put it toward the mortgage. 2 things to get right if you're going to try this though. Please make sure that you mark it as principal only in your servicer's portal, not just an extra payment, because here's the tricky thing. Sometimes they'll quietly apply it to your next month's regular payment instead. And that's not what we want because it does nothing for us. We want to keep making your normal payment on top of it. And extra means extra, not instead. My mortgage company was rather easy as they literally had a field saying principal only payment that I could plug in. So if yours has that, that would be great. Use that. And of course, that all depends on your particular mortgager. Next up is move 2. You have to fire the stupid thing called PMI if it's applicable. PMI is the biggest load of crap. It does nothing to benefit us at all. It only benefits the bank in case you default on your mortgage. So remember how I was saying that I was paying $1,406 a month on my mortgage here? Well, here's the actual truth. That is only principal and interest combined. My actual monthly payment was a whopping $2,004 a month. Why? Well, $498 came from property tax and insurance that I initially held in escrow. An additional $100 came from PMI. That is the $100 a month down the drain that I'm just paying for the sake of paying it. Honestly, it was the worst. On a conventional loan, federal law cancels PMI automatically once your balance hits 78% of the home's original value on the original schedule. Extra payments don't speed that up, but you have the right to request cancellation yourself at 80%. And that's the part that people often ignore that we shouldn't, because the quicker you can get out of $100 in PMI, that could be your extra $100 that you could put toward the principal to get the mortgage paid down and eliminate some of that annoying interest up front. Move number 3, pick your rung on the ladder. It's not a dial. It's not a pass or fail test. You don't need full extra payments to make real progress. So here we are in this schedule that you can pick up yourself. I have this on a Google Sheet. I'll link it in the description below so you can plug in your own numbers. This is based on mine back in 2017 when I first got started. But take a look at this extra payment column. If we can eliminate that terrible thing called PMI. And again, you can also eliminate it if you're starting off, just make enough of a down payment that it would stop the PMI altogether. But if we got trapped like most of us did, you're going to want to get that PMI removed once you hit that 80%. But look at the difference between what $100 a month. You see over here it says total interest of $220,000. Keep an eye on that. An extra $100 a month. Boom. Take a look at that. Not only are you going to save a significant amount on interest, take a look. This 30-year mortgage gets paid off in 2043 instead of 30 years in 2047. What about an extra $500 a month? Now we're cooking, saving a lot of interest, and now we pay the thing off in the year 2035. Now we're more than 10 years early. We've paid off our 30-year mortgage in 20 years. That's fantastic. What about an extra $1,000 a month? Now it's really serious. Now your interest is dropping to a significant amount, $85,000 in total interest on a $285,000 loan. So let's go back up here. Oh, look at that. Paid off in 2030. Do you see the magic behind that? Because if you don't do anything and you just let it happen, you're basically paying in interest at an example of a 4.25% rate. You're almost paying the entire house value twice. If you bought the house for, let's say, $300,000 or $200,000 or whatever, and you're paying $220,000 in mortgage interest, yikes. And by the way, mortgage rates are a lot higher nowadays than they were back in the early 2017. So pick the rung that you can actually hold on to for years, not the one that sounds most impressive today. Every single opportunity wins. You don't have to start at the top. I mean, there were times that my side hustles made me a lot of money. I got a bonus at work, so I ended up having more money to throw at the monthly principal payment. Then there were months that, we didn't have a lot at the end of the month, so I did scale it down to maybe $100 or $200 a month. But over time, that overall average of how much we were putting extra in an extra payment went up. But I do need to tell you something I did. I made an initial mistake. In 2020, when the mortgage rates dropped dramatically, I decided to refinance from a 4.25% to a 2.5% rate. But at that point, I was already well on my way to paying off the mortgage. But for some reason in my brain, I figured, why not just refinance the loan? We'll restructure to a 15-year instead of a 30-year, and maybe we'll pay it off even more. It did eliminate PMI, and I was able to eliminate needing the escrow because I hate paying escrow for my tax and insurance. So there were benefits from it from that point of view. But now looking back, I'm like, I should have just stayed at it and just pushed hard, and I could have paid it off with the 4.25% rate anyway. But here we are. It is what it is. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, you secured a 2.5% rate. What kind of crazy person pays off a 2.5% mortgage early? This crazy person right here. Because remember, I was paying $2,004 a month. Now, once my mortgage is paid off, I can have a huge bill off of my back. No more principal, interest, or PMI. The only thing I have to worry about is tax and insurance, which today in 2026 comes out to $658 a month. And for those of you who have tax and insurance that is equal to your mortgage or even higher, remember, you're still saving money on principal and interest once you're mortgage free. The math works either way, and that monthly burden is reduced or eliminated. So I essentially unlocked a $1,400 monthly raise every single month. In fact, what I did with that extra money since I paid off my mortgage in 2022 is I now use that money to invest like crazy. I'm buying up as many shares of my ETF portfolio as I possibly can, which allow me to achieve something called coast fire and scale back and leave my executive job to have more time freedom. Now, if you would like me to come with a video and actually show you what happened to my mortgage payment now that I can invest that extra money into the market instead of my mortgage, and what would have happened if I would have invested instead of paying extra on my mortgage, I'm willing to be the guinea pig and show you all my numbers and see if I made a smart financial move or a bad financial move. But I got to hear from you first. If you want that, let me know, comment down below, and I'll make sure I follow up with that video. But go calculate your own number using this Google Sheet. Mark your extra payment principal only. See how you stack up. Your financial adventure is going to continue by checking out this video up here next. Keep building your Sharpe money, and I'll see you on the next video.